What's going on, my peoples? This your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Make sure you welcome to the OBF the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can donate to the channel, go to OBF the real Cash App and donate to the channel. People will highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel is down there strolling below the screen. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out of the building, and make sure you guys share the videos, man. It keeps the movement pushing. All right, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Coon alert, people. Coon alert. Goddamn Coon alert. Listen, people, I'm not going to try to get myself upset about this shit because this shit doesn't shock me. But it's painful to see and hear that some black folks got to get out here and shuck and jive for money. The shit is sad. People, I'd rather be broke than to be out here selling my soul for a bag. That's just real shit. Shout out to my brother LT in the building. What up, L? Yeah, I seen it. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get that clip. I'm gonna put that on probably right after this Floyd Mayweather shit. I'm gonna do that next probably. Shout out to my brother Bell in the building. What up, bro, Bell? Shout out to brother Bell again. Yeah, he has been a sellout, yo, but this shit is just ridiculous because, like, you know, the reason I'm not shocked is because Floyd Mayweather has defended Trump in his last administration, and we didn't really. I mean, we torched his ass, but I'm gonna torch his ass really this time around because of the simple fact it's not even just the point that he's selling his soul for money. He actually really is stupid, right? And I always tell people I don't give a fuck what people donate to charity and shit like that. People like Floyd Mayweather, with all that money he got, all the influences that he has in the world, you can say, he doesn't use it for good. He uses it to continue to pat in his pockets, right? Like at a certain point, when you got enough money, you don't sell your soul. I mean, at a certain point when you make money, you have to reach back to help others, right? And Floyd Mayweather doesn't do anything like that. It's always some type of financial transaction with him. It's never genuine. And shit like that. So, but we're gonna get more into that. Shout out to my brother Game in the building. What up, Game? Shout out to LT again. Yeah, I mean, I have gotten to that point too. That's why I'm gonna try not to lose my temper on this, but I'm not gonna promise anybody. I'm not gonna promise people that, but you know, it's almost to a point where I'm not even mad. I'm annoyed at this point. Like stop, like for these black folks, some of these black folks that's out here cooning, like yo, stop the buck dancing. It's unnecessary. All right, you support Trump, okay, fine. That means you don't give a fuck about other people, or you don't give a fuck about yourself. But anyway, let's just get into this, people. Shout out to Dr. Richie for this clip. Floyd Mayweather decides to go on Fox and Business and speaks the most ignorant nonsense shit that I have ever heard in my life. But anyway,
Floyd Money Mayweather says Trump is the best president we've ever had. is what he's selling Fox Business.
First of all, you speak for yourself. You buck dancing bonanza ass nigga. Trump is probably the best president for you, and you about to tell us why Trump is the best president. Even though, you know, let's move on, man. I see me getting pissed.
At least I'm happy, but we're never happy. When we had Trump before, we didn't appreciate him, but I think Trump is.
When we had Trump, we didn't appreciate him. And let me go back to what you said. Of course, you're happy. You can already explain why you're really more happy than a lot of motherfuckers that actually have morals and principles. Because we know you selling your soul for a bag. And in your case, bags. Okay, cool. Then second of all, you say we didn't appreciate Trump. Floyd Mayweather. Appreciate Trump for what? Him going on national TV, surrounded by women, telling that he's attracted to his daughter, and if she wasn't his daughter, he would date her. And in the minds of a rational human being, and as a man, as a father, that sounds like if she wasn't your daughter, you'll fuck her. What grown-ass man says that? What we got to appreciate about Donald Trump? When Donald Trump was in office, Floyd Mayweather, the first fucking time, he passed tax cuts for the rich like you. So, of course, you appreciate him because he letting you basically steal money from the American people. You don't pay your fair share in taxes. So that's why you love Trump so much, you goofy son of a bitch. And then second of all, he tried to steal people's Medicare, health care. And it won for the late, great, God rest his soul, John McCain. And I wasn't the biggest fan of John McCain, but he was a war hero. He was the one that thumbed that bullshit down and said, no, not on my watch, not while I'm still alive. That's what Trump did. And then I can go down a list of other things. He disrespected black women. In this last election, he disrespected a black woman. Since you so care about black women, you got black daughters, question her blackness. That if she was black or not. You didn't say anything about that. Matter of fact, let's go deeper, Floyd Mayweather. Since you like to sit out here and pretend that you got some fucking good sense, you know something about politics, or you know how great Donald Trump, he's the greatest president ever. Okay, cool, nigga. Let's go down the list. When COVID-19 happened, don't you know, because of his stupidity and his ignorance, that he allowed over 1 million people to die in this country of COVID-19, other families, other mothers and fathers. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't give a fuck about that, Floyd Mayweather. Appreciate Trump for what? Then this motherfucker lied about an election and got police brutal and beaten. And after all that shit happened, cops died. To appreciate what? The man was an embarrassment, just like he is now on our national stage, pushing other leaders out of the way so he can be in the front. Are you fucking kidding me? Appreciate what, Floyd Mayweather? You ignorant black bastard. Without your money, you stupid. I mean, like, you're genuinely stupid. We didn't appreciate Trump for what? Right now, motherfuckers, he is firing federal workers for nothing. They got livelihoods and shit, nigga. They got kids and shit they gotta feed. But he the greatest president. We didn't appreciate him. Listen, Floyd Mayweather, listen. I see, because I can use rational common sense, right? And I can separate things, even though we understand that you ignorant and stupid and you slow, right? Now, I can set aside that you one of the greatest boxers that I have ever seen in my life. I give you that. But you one of the dumbest people I have ever seen and heard from. Then you got a nerve to sit your ass up on Fox and Business and tell us we didn't appreciate Trump when he was in office the first time. 1 million people died because of this ignorant fool. People's family members just died in an airplane crash, and this motherfucker blamed people of color and black folks and gay folks and women, but he's the greatest. We didn't appreciate him. People, we in the dumbest country in the world. America is stupid. We amongst the stupid. I can't believe that we have so many entertainers and people in this country just as a we're dumb. We're amongst the, and the bad part. Remember I told you, like, stupidity can rub off on you. And this is what's happening to America. America is stupid. We elected a 34-count felon that raped women, assaulted women, grabbed women by the pussies because he can, because he's Donald Trump. And this buffoon-ass Negro, you had the nerve and the gall to get on national TV and say we didn't appreciate Donald Trump. You know what? You know what? Floyd Mayweather, I appreciate that you one of the greatest boxers I ever seen, but I damn sure don't appreciate that your stupid ass got a nerve to get out here with a black face, and make black people look bad. That's what I don't appreciate. You make us look bad, bro. Because you damn sure don't do shit for the community. We all know that. That's some other deeper shit. But come on. Have y'all heard anything about for this billionaire boxer that made the most money ever in boxing? Have you ever heard about him doing anything in Detroit? Fixing it up, doing something. Being a community leader, doing something, bringing businesses there. I mean, have you heard anything? Oh, no, you haven't. This illiterate piece of shit that been working on his, I guess, his performance of trying to sound like he's intelligent is out here telling us we didn't appreciate Donald Trump the first time. I guess my thing is, I guess a lot of people didn't learn a lesson about Trump the first time. And that's why we in this predicament that we are in right now. So why the country fucked up. We got world leaders around the goddamn country basically saying, hey man, we gotta move on from America because of Trump. They don't even want to fuck with us really. We gotta find another way how to do some shit. We gotta come together even more because of this stupid motherfucker. America is trying to isolate themselves from our world leader allies to cozy up the dictators. And for some odd reason, stupid people like Floyd Mayweather and Trump supporters think this shit is okay. Okay. But then I'm not shocked because the country was never built on democracy. They enslaved people that look like you, Floyd Mayweather. You stupid son of a bitch. Let's move on, man. Unbelievable.
A great president. Actually, he's the best president. In my eyes, he's the best president we ever had. A great businessman, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, and the way first of all, this is the stupid people always say about Trump. They never talk about policies. They talk about because he was a great he's a great businessman. No, he's not. He's a scam artist. And Trump's entire life, he was never good for business. He was never a good businessman. He was a con artist, just like his daddy. Just like the people that he keeps around him right now to this day. Scam artists. He is not a good businessman. He never was. He was a scam artist, which he is right now. He have scammed you buffoon Negroes to think that he's good for America. Trump is only good for himself, and that's all he gives a fuck about. He don't even give a fuck about his own kids, nigga. But we supposed to sit here and pretend what Floyd Mayweather saying about Donald Trump is actually factual. He's a good businessman. Okay, you keep thinking that. Floyd Mayweather, you're not even a good businessman. You a sellout. You a buck dancing bonanza. Don't you get around them white people, you start shucking and jiving. They throw a little money in your face to get the yes sir, massa. What you need me to do? Or you need me to go on Fox and Friends and bug dance for Massa Trump? Oh, yes, I will. Yes, I will do that. A couple of $100 million. Okay, cool. Business partnership? Okay, cool. And we're going to be, am I getting a lot of equity in them companies? Oh, no. 5%? Oh, okay, that's enough for me, Massa. And you take your goofy ass out there every chance you get to embarrass our people.
The Dave's cabinet thing, you probably went around here. It was really phenomenal. To the point you talked about team, putting together a great team.
Yes,
put together a fantastic cabinet.
Trump has done an amazing job, and a lot of people around America are upset. But no matter who goes in the White House, we're always upset.
Right.
And I think Trump is the man for the job.
First of all, Floyd Mayweather, I ain't gonna speak for others, but I'm gonna speak for me. I ain't upset. I'm upset of the stupid people that voted for him, just like you most likely did vote for him. And Trump doesn't keep the smartest people around him. He keeps people that try to stay loyal to him. Because that's all he cares about. He don't give a fuck about what Elon Musk is really doing. He don't care. Long as Elon Musk continue to make sure Trump can fatten his pockets while he's the president. We have never had listen, people, Trump is one of the most corrupt presidents that we have ever had. And we had some bad ones. We had a lot of bad ones. But this motherfucker is out here stealing. Trump supporters is buying this nigga's credit card. For what? All right. Move on.
Best president in my eyes.
He's the best president in my eyes. Brother, you're talking like...
He said the best president in his eyes. Floyd Mayweather, you need to get your eyes checked, nigga. That's what you need to do, nigga. Shout out to Henderson in the building. What up, Henderson? Yeah, I'm gonna get into that next. Henderson. That's my next clip. That's my next clip, bro. You need to get your eyes checked, Floyd. But like I said, this is why I don't put stock into famous athletes of doing the right thing. I told y'all about having money. Money can blind you from real life shit. Because you can forget what people are going through. Because you live in the bubble. I tell people this all the time. I even live in somewhat of a bubble. I don't struggle every day. Right? I don't have problems even with some people that work 9 to 5s like I do. I don't have their problems. Because I'm with the right person, I'm with the right partner that I need to be with, and we move different. So I don't have a lot of issues and problems that other people that maybe be in the same type of position of 9 to 5 working or whatever. But I don't struggle even like you see people poor in poor neighborhoods. I don't struggle like that anymore. So I could live in the bubble. Sometimes I could get blinded, right? But it's not intentionally. I'm not intentionally trying to be blind. People like Floyd Mayweather and rich people like him, they intentionally live like that. They think even people like me is beneath them. That's why they have the balls and the galls to get on national TV and say some of the most ignorant, dumb shit that they can ever say. Because they're looking like, look, see, I'm a success. All you got to do is do it the way I did it. No, everybody can't do it your way. Everybody's not going to be rich. The system is not set up for that. And people keep thinking that shit. We live in the greatest country in the world. No, we don't. You're seeing in real time that the country is failing. And all it takes is a motherfucker with power to destroy it. Well, people that's in power to destroy it. You can't live in the greatest country in the world when you don't believe in democracy. You can't live in the greatest country. We can't be the greatest country in the world when you don't even believe in the Constitution that you racist motherfuckers bob by at one point in time. Created. We can't be the greatest country in the world when you don't even think outside of your ignorance and racism and bigotry and homophobia and sexism that what makes the country great is diversity. Being with people that don't come from where you come from. Have different cultures that helps you grow as a person. This whole notion that these people don't like diversity is the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. You white people, you racist white folks, you wouldn't even survive by yourself. You would turn on each other. If it wasn't for black and brown people and other minority groups, this country would have been fell apart. We would never been considered great. Especially if it wasn't for black folks. But let's move on.
Somebody got a gun to your head. We read the script. Or you practice this before you went on because they told you this is what you need to say when you come on. Put up the picture for a mask. If you notice, they're full of propaganda. They provide no substance. Typically, if you are great at something, there are accomplishments that can be read off easily. They're great because they did A, B, C, D, E, F. These are the accomplishments. No. He's great because he's great. He's great because he's great. Okay? That's it. And he's the greatest to be the great. Best ever. Nothing else. During an interview on Fox Business, Mayweather, who has been a longtime supporter of Trump, became more vocal about his allegiance. And we had Trump before. We did appreciate him, Mayweather said. Now, this is resurfacing.
But and let me tell y'all something else too, as well. It's one thing for him to say this shit, but I haven't seen him with Trump. Like, I haven't seen him at the White House. I mean, I won't be shocked soon to may see him there. But you haven't seen him there. So, or he might have been at Mar-a-Lago for all we know, but we haven't seen anything with him, with Trump in a while. It was a long time ago. I haven't seen nothing recently. All his ass kissing, I don't understand it, man.
And it's funny. Let's go to Mr. Thomas, Eaton Thomas. Okay? Floyd Mayweather has the right to promote support wherever he wants, but good Lord.
No, and the bad part about it, it's true. You got the right to support whoever you want to support. But if you can't explain why you support somebody, just say he great, it doesn't mean anything. It almost have people now we can assume shit, right? Like now people can assume why you're doing it because you didn't explain anything. You just said how great Trump was. We didn't appreciate him. What we didn't appreciate. But what is it, a policy? I mean, what? It's almost like that Van Jones shit. Van Jones talked all that shit about Trump, and then soon he passed the first act, which was Obama was supposed to did. It's supposed to have happened under him for whatever fucked up reason he didn't do it. Right? He up there dick riding the shit out of Trump. And then soon Trump turned back, get to his racist shit again. Van Jones back on, you know, yeah, as a black man. I don't want to hear that shit. Listen, I said this before and I'm going to say it again. It is nothing that a racist could do for me to get me to praise them or associate myself with them or pretend that we're okay. We're never okay. I don't give a fuck what Trump does. Trump can send me a stimulus package right now for $5,000. I wouldn't give a fuck. I'll take it and I'll save it. And then knowing me, I'll probably give some of that shit back to the people that actually really need it more than I do. I'll probably put that bitch in my daughter's trust fund. Listen, it ain't nothing Trump can do for me. I still won't get on here and say, hey, Trump, man, pass that little $5,000 stimulus check, man. Hey, man, I gotta give Trump his props. You know, he looking out for the little people. You would never hear me say that. Regardless of what he does. Listen, Trump could get Congress to pass a law that says black people get reparations today, and I still will bash Donald Trump. Because there's nothing that a racist could do for me. And then the bad part, the good part about it is I could defend why I'm still bashing him. And then you'll hear the racists come up, but you're still going to take the money. Because, you know why? Because it ain't nothing that, like we supposed to be kissing his ass for. It's what's owed to us as black Americans. So no, like I don't, man. Listen, man, Floyd, you got this shit is bad, bro. Shout out to Paul in the building. What up, bro? Listen, man, Floyd Mayweather, he been cooning. And the shit ain't even, I'm not even mad. It's annoying, bro, because it's the same old talking points. They don't explain why they fuck with Trump. And then when they do explain why they fuck with Trump, it's on some egregious shit. It's like, yo, this shit ain't even, like, either way if you defend Trump, it doesn't even morally sit right. Let's move on.
That was perfectly said. You have class, right? Another user wrote, return of my Mr. Yeah, emphasized the president loves the uneducated. Yes, the president loves the uneducated.
Listen, and that is true. Trump loves people that's uneducated because Trump is uneducated. He don't know what the, listen, man. Listen, this is what I have found out. I told y'all I do like studies and shit on psychology, right? Try to educate myself on shit. What I found out was that people that lie a lot is really not that smart. Right? And it comes with morals too. Like if you lie, right, a lot like that, like now people say you believe in a lie. You got it because you got to keep saying it to believe in it, right? A lot of the times people does that because of the simple fact that they can't explain the lie. They get their talking points for the lie, but then when you find out that they're lying, the talking points that they created for the lie doesn't make any sense. But they're not very smart. Like people would think that liars are. They're not smart at all. And that's all Trump is. He's not smart. He's not bright. Trump, listen. Remember how like people in the street, you would think that like these are the dumbest people in the world, right? But you know, realistically, you know smart criminals. But at the end of the day, the logic of why a lot of them, even me myself when I was out there, we did a lot of this shit was because we wasn't that damn bright. We wasn't that bright. Think about it when people steal. They're not that bright. They're not even using a part of their brain or rational thinking like, this shit can get ugly if I get caught. They don't even think that far. A lot of the times. They don't. And they just go to steal or they do all the stupid shit that they do. And then they get caught. And then the motherfucker asks, like the real question you'd be asking, like, why would you steal? Like it'd be somebody around them, a family member, somebody. Like, why did you steal? And the first shit comes to their mind, their excuse is, well, I was hurting. And I needed this. But listen, when they was doing, even if that's the case, do you understand if you get caught, you're going to hurt more? So is it a better way to find a way to get what you need? And so like, I listen, people, these people ain't, like Floyd Mayweather is not bright like at all. We know he ain't that fucking bright or smart. But him praising Trump like Trump is this genius businessman, he's not. You've seen the most educated people get caught scamming. And they're not using a part of their brain of stealing and scamming people because as educated as they is, they're not that bright. It is a difference from being very educated and being bright. It is very different. And even people like Floyd Mayweather, he's not educated at all. He don't know shit about politics. Floyd Mayweather don't know shit about business. He doesn't. He's just smart enough, right? Or witty enough. I ain't gonna say smart, witty enough to keep the right people around him to make business decisions. To help him make business decisions. He's not that bright. He fired Leonard Ellerby. Leonard Ellerby helped this dude be the person that he is. To be as rich as he is. He fired Leonard Ellerby because Leonard Ellerby wanted to get with Tank and help Tank be the next Floyd Mayweather for us financially. As a businessman. Floyd Mayweather hated on that. Because he don't want to see anybody else shine. Him and Trump is the same type of people. They don't want to see other people do better than them or do better. They want to be the motherfuckers, you know, it's like that. I may gotta move that damn TV. It's like because I'm gonna be out on the deck, y'all, later on the night. But they talking about some winds like bad down here. That's a fucking warning watch. But yeah, they just have this personality that they have to be the ones that shining. They don't like to see other people shine. Unless you kissing their ass. And Floyd Mayweather and Donald Trump is similarly the same. They're not the brightest. They're not smart. They're not educated. They don't know shit. They're just good con artists. They know how to con people around them to make them rich. They use their power. And some people will say that's smart for somebody to do. But yeah, it's a way you can do that though, without shitting on others. But anyway, shout out to LT in the building. LT said, what happened to that platinum plan he had? Listen, man, that shit is all a fraud, man. I mean, that shit is all smoke and screams, man. We all know that. We all knew that fucking platinum plan was like some shit he made up for. Shit trash.
And Mayweather for this subscription, since he's allegedly illiterate, it's kind of a cheap shot, but he brought it upon himself. The chaos has continued. So the chaos theorist said Floyd Mayweather cannot read. Floyd Mayweather, quote, cannot read Trump. We love the uneducated. Another user wrote at Mandy_Kelsey implied that Mayweather's political stances are invalid since, quote, he can't even read a page.
Now, listen, people, you don't pose a shit on people that can't read or some shit like that. You don't know Floyd may got a disability or something like how I have, right? Listen, I'm not even shitting on him of that. That's just people being petty on the internet. Listen, when I say he's not that damn bright, it's because he doesn't research. And I don't know his comprehension skills, right? Floyd might can't read certain things and probably can't comprehend it because he may has a disability. For all we know, we don't know. But that's not why I'm calling him dumb. I'm calling him dumb because he doesn't even educate himself before he gets on national platforms and speak on shit that he knows nothing about. So this ain't about shitting on Floyd if he got a disability of reading or he can't read or whatever. This ain't about that. This is about you going up there making black people look bad and being uninformed and uneducated on what you're talking about. That's not why I'm calling them dumb. Now, these people on Twitter, that's something different. I'm not even going to stoop that low. He's uninformed. He's misinformed. He's uninformed. He's uneducated of what he's talking about. But anyway, let's move on.
Harry Potter book. All right. During a high-profile feud a decade ago, I'm going to give you the origin of this he can't read thing. The 50 Cent accused Mayweather of being unable to read. Though the athlete denied this claim, it still persists.
First of all, I don't give a fuck about Floyd Mayweather or 50 Cent. 50 Cent can say whatever he want. Listen, Floyd Mayweather, let me just say this too. 50 Cent need counseling, bro. He need therapy. Because whatever trauma what happened to him back in his past of living that street life and whatever, losing his mom, whatever, he has turned into, I put 50, like 50. He might be in his 50s or late 40s, but he up there. For him to be a grown-ass man, I don't give a fuck what the beef is. You don't live street life beef anymore. Even if a motherfucker, listen, I wouldn't be friends with the nigga that shot me, but I'm not, if that motherfucker die, I just won't say nothing. I'm not going to say anything good or bad. That's just the respect of the dead of their family. Their family ain't shoot me. His kids ain't shoot me or had anything to do with that. Why would I disrespect their family? So, listen, at this point with 50 Cent, even with him doing the whole shit with Big Meech and all that shit, look, nigga, listen, you in the entertainment business. You don't get to tell another motherfucker who they can associate themselves with because of some past beefs. And it's a hip-hop beef. Rick Ross ain't did nothing to you physically. And don't get me wrong, I'm not here to defend Rick Ross. He a coon ass nigga too, but I'm just saying. Like, yo, this whole notion, these grown ass, old ass men, old ass rappers sit down here beefing about some beefs that happened 10, 15 years ago. And they still mad at each other. Big Meech don't owe you nothing, nigga. Just like you helped his son. Nigga, you made money off of getting the rights to Big Meech's story and life story. Don't act like you ain't make no money off of this shit. Big Meech don't owe you nothing, nigga. I don't give a fuck if he snitched or not. It doesn't matter to me. This the nigga, the same nigga. You know what bothers me about some of these niggas? These are the same niggas that's running around defending snitches. Now, let me tell you something. For 50 Cent to be this great businessman and he don't fuck with snitches and shit like that, he trying to out Big Meech as a snitch. If that's the case, niggas been telling you that Big Meech was snitching. You didn't care about that because you was making money. I'm not saying Big Meech snitched or not, but I'm just saying. He been knew about this shit. But now that he go try to do some business with Rick Ross, now he a rat? I thought he was a rat before that. These niggas contradict themselves. They're hypocrites. That's why I don't even do a lot of this gospel shit about a lot of shit that goes on in hip hop, because this shit is just stupid. These niggas don't really stand for anything. How the fuck are you so rich and you still beefing with niggas? That shit don't make no sense with me. And I want to get this out of the way before I move on so I won't forget. That nigga Charleston White, Gilly the Kid was on Shannon Sharp and he said, hey, I don't accept that nigga an apology. And I actually agree. I think I got the clip that Charleston White actually responds to the shit. And I hope I get into it before I get off this live. That like, nigga, you just say, I accept that. Because I crossed the line. I guarantee you he says even more disrespectful shit. You don't get to tell a nigga, you disrespect that man's dead son from whatever how his son died. It's his kid. That's someone's child. You don't know he didn't know the conversations that Gilly had with his son. You assuming from afar because you trying to clickbait to make money to disrespect that man's child. And disrespect him as a man. Nigga, I wouldn't forgive you either. Anytime I see you niggas on sight disrespecting my kid, fuck an apology. That shit don't mean nothing. When people cross the line of disrespecting people's children, listen, nigga, ain't no coming back from that. I can forgive a nigga that shot me over 20-something years ago. But I won't forgive that nigga if he disrespected my kid. Because what the fuck my kid got to do with anything that you mad at me about? Nothing. That's why the rules back in the day used to be simple. You don't fuck with the kids and the wives and the kids. That's just a street rule. But anyway, let's move on, man. Listen, this country then turned into a shit show. America is a reality show by itself. We the laughing stock of the world. And we still think we the shit. Nah, we stupid and ignorant as fuck around here. Anyway, let's move on.
Years later, speaking of 50, he reacted. to the video on Instagram writing, LOL. You know how when you're in school and a kid eats the crayons? Now you see what happens when they grow up. Spell best president, champ. LOL. Considering Trump's attack on diversity,
and of course 50 got to throw his 2 cents in because he's a child. He's a man child. This nigga is one of the biggest trolls on the internet. Like, anytime something, this nigga always got something to say. Shut your bitch ass up. Nobody want to hear, like, you're an old ass rapper still trying to play young. Nobody want to out here. You grown, bro. You got kids and shit. One of them you don't even fuck with. But you out here on the internet like a fucking child, speaking and trolling on other niggas. You listen, man, these people too grown for this shit. Listen, people, and listen, and this is the real reason why I don't fuck with a lot of people no more, man. Like, I'm not gonna lower my IQ and my maturity and my moral level for people, man. You're not gonna dumb me down. You're not gonna have me in this time that we living in to stoop down to stupidity levels. These dudes just out here like, what? Why, 50? Yeah, we know you don't like Floyd Mayweather. Fine, nigga. Grown ass man, squash that shit. Irv ain't got nothing to do with you getting shot, nigga. And listen, even if that was the case, just don't say nothing. That man got, 50, let me ask you something. 50 Cent, what Irv Gotti kids and family members got to do with allegedly Irv Gotti got you set up or hurt or whatever y'all beefing? What that got to do with this family? Nothing. But you know what? It doesn't shock me about the nigga 50 disrespecting Irv Gotti the way he did. Was because of the simple fact, nigga, you don't even get along with your own kid. That's your child, man. Regardless of whatever your child did. If listen, man. You're supposed to create a bond with your kid for y'all to have some type of loyalty. People like to talk about bad fathers and shit like that. 50 Cent is one of them. 50 Cent is a bad father. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. It is no way impossible, bro, you beefing with your child. Because how he explained it was like, I tried to help him and he didn't do what I wanted him. He was a grown-ass man, bro. He's a child. He's your kid. Your kid ain't going to do everything that you like, nigga. That's a part of parenting. Part of understanding. I mean, then that let me know that you wasn't really in that child's life like that. This nigga out here making babies with Diddy's leftovers. That lets you know about the type of nigga he is. But anyway, let's move on, man. That's why I don't even like getting into this shit, because then I start getting paid. And I ain't got to lie about none of this shit. This shit is actually factual. I ain't got to make up stories. I ain't got to get on here and troll these niggas. This shit is factual. Let's move on, man.
Inclusion under the guise that Black people benefit from the most. Many believe that his presidency will continuously target vulnerable communities, obviously, and they will. Mayweather's devotion to Trump has been seen as a betrayal to Black folk by many. They are calling him a sellout. You know, here's the thing. He gets to say all of this.
Let me say this. Black people, you know what's really bothering me about a lot of this shit? Because I get it. Black people can say all this shit, but we still allow this type of Negroes around us. We still support these Negroes. Floyd Mayweather ain't got to worry about me buying any of his little celebrity fights he got going. I'm not supporting shit that Floyd Mayweather do. That goes with the Rick Ross, all them niggas. Nigga, you got, listen, I'm not in a space that way, I try to figure out why you doing what you, I don't give a fuck at this point. You know it's wrong. You know how people don't like this shit. And you still going to do it anyway because it benefits you. It doesn't benefit us as a whole, and you don't care about that. So I don't care the reasons why they coon. I don't care at this point. You coon, I don't fuck with you no more. I told people to boycott these motherfuckers. You got to hit them with the pocket. Now all people want to boycott Target. Right. No one, believe it or not, I don't even shop at Target anyway. So they weren't getting my money anyway. I told y'all, you need to start trying to Google around you and find your local markets that's owned by black folks that stand for something, clothing lines, all that shit. That's how you boycott. You ain't got to keep buying that shit. They think that these big businesses and shit, we ain't got no choice but to buy this shit. We live in an era now where you can get shit delivered to you. You don't got to buy that shit. Let's move on, man.
From the comfort that his millions and millions of dollars provides for him and his family. And that money was provided by hardworking everyday people. And black folk popularized the whole concept of the icon.
But that doesn't matter to Floyd. Because the people that threw millions of dollars in his face, and at this point in his life and career, billions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, they're white people. And so, listen, I always say all money ain't good money. When I gotta stop, people, this is the real reason why I won't change my language. All that shit they tell on YouTube to make money off of YouTube. I don't do that shit because I'm not going to change my language of how I need to speak to my people. Because I told people at this point, I speak to my people. I don't give a fuck about, listen, and there's no disrespect to other races of people. Listen, if you follow me, you rock with me, that's cool. I appreciate it. But I'm mainly talking to my people. I don't give a fuck about all that other shit no more. That shit, that kumbaya shit is over. Listen, my people come first, man. It always been my motto, but it's really in 2025 at this last election, I'm like, fuck that shit. And I'm not holding back on a lot of motherfuckers that's black, that's cooning and buck dancing and not supporting the movement of our people like they supposed to. They want to pick and choose when they want to ride with our people. No, you don't get to do that. And then when we really need motherfuckers to really step up and do something, niggas all of a sudden got all these excuses. So that's the reason why I don't monetize my videos. My shit could be way bigger than what it really is. I choose to do the shit the hard way because I won't sell out for my people. I won't sell out to my people. Sell my people out. I'm sorry. I won't do that. Not changing my language and you can't say this, you can't say that. I'm not doing that shit. I found out a long time ago that when they start trying to, they didn't want you to start making money off of YouTube and shit like that. That's when I knew the ad business was coming in. Just like how you see, like everybody like, oh, old media is dying. It's actually not. The old media is coming to the so-called new media. It's the same shit. That's why you see him much more. I think I got another package. No, I don't. Thought I had another package coming. That's why you see all these ads on YouTube. YouTube didn't sold out. They wasn't this strict and all this other shit. It's because the ad business, the rich people wanted to be more involved. They wanted to make money by promoting their ads and shit. And that's why they telling people how to speak and all this shit on YouTube. Like, no, I'm not doing that shit. That's why you see that nigga Ticket TV out there selling out. Buck, that's all I do got a package. I think that's the dog. Appreciate you. Delivery. It was my delivery. Try the dog. Yeah, it's probably it'll pop up on my screen. It's probably the dog trash can for its poop and shit. I done moved that nigga out front now. He had to get off my damn deck, nigga. I had to get my deck back. So I put the border gate and shit, put him out front. But anyway, yeah, but that's why YouTube, that's why you see motherfuckers sell out the way they doing. Because YouTube making them sell out. Because I told you, these niggas, a lot of these niggas is getting on YouTube. They was making money on YouTube. And that was their life. Like these niggas a lot of them ain't had 9 to 5s. A lot of them, these niggas was quitting their 9 to 5s because they was getting all this money. And then when YouTube made niggas sell out to basically cut down what they say and what they do, these niggas did it because they wasn't working. Their job was to get on the internet. They were so, remember, a lot of these niggas were supposed to be so real. Now they not. I say what the fuck I say because I don't make money off of YouTube. That don't bring income. That don't pay my bills. And I made sure it didn't. I still listen. When I offend people, I'm intentionally trying to offend people. But when I'm not, I'm not. And that's my. Listen, man. A lot of people got the game fucked up. A lot of these niggas is big like that because they selling out. That's all it is on the internet. Let's move on. That's why you see more and more of them siding with bigotry and racism and homophobic shit. Because that's the wave. That's how they get to stay and monetize and make money. These niggas ain't working. They ain't out here working. That's why I said I have more in common with a working person because I actually work. These niggas ain't working. They in the house. They done fixed their studios up because of the monetizing, the money that they're getting. I did that. I do when I fix my studios up. That come out my pocket. When I spent thousands of dollars in my studio, that's my money, my hard-earned money. These motherfuckers, they not doing that. They ain't nothing harder than what they're doing on the internet. Anyway, let's move on.
Known as Floyd Money Mayweather, but brother, you're just Floyd, brother. I'm just Rashad, brother. That's just Wise. Okay? We're the same. And if Wise is hurting, I'm hurting. Okay? So you may not be hurting.
Let me say this. That doesn't mean anything to Floyd Mayweather. Because Floyd Mayweather doesn't see himself as this guy for the people. He lives in a different bubble. This dude is a billionaire. He doesn't. What do? Listen, I always keep saying this. Like, listen, I don't listen. The reason I don't go around the hood unless I need to be there, because I don't have anything in common with what they're doing. It's the same thing with Floyd. Floyd doesn't have nothing in common with people like me or people that's lesser than him. He doesn't. Now, at a point, it's your fault if you don't have any connection. I still have connections to people in the hood and shit like that. When I go to the hood, nigga, I can connect. It's easy for me. That's easy work. That's an easy connection. Because I don't think that I'm better. I just move in a way that where I don't have to struggle. But I don't, mentally and morally, I don't think I'm better than them. Floyd genuinely thinks he's better because he lives in this lavish life. He got all this money. He doesn't have anything in common with these people. I mean, with our people. He doesn't. He got more in common with the Warren Buffetts of the world. He doesn't. Yes, he got more in common with Trump and Elon Musk and them. He thinks he's better just like they think they're better than poor people. When at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how rich you are, everybody gonna go on the ground. Everybody gonna die. You don't die with none of that motherfucking money. And like I said, people don't really realize this shit. People die. Yeah, they may mourn you for a minute, but people gonna move on from you. It should prove that shit to people of how relevant people are, right? Like, you can be relevant for a minute, and then after a while, you ain't putting no material, you ain't relevant like that. People forget about you. Just getting older. People like, I don't be listening to that shit. I don't be fucking with that shit no more. My bad. And then people move on from you. You would think that shit will wake people up of how they treat people. But, you know, it is what it is.
Personally. But the community that produced you is hurting. The people who look like you are hurting. Okay? That's how we win. Understanding and being responsive to the need of those around us. All right, Wise thoughts here.
There's a few things, man. I'm like you said, I was somebody who was a big fan of Floyd's back when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, man.
Yeah.
Before he took on the money moniker, I was just always a fan of his craft. And I think one of the things that listeners need to understand is that this guy comes from very humble beginnings. Like, this guy did not grow up with any money whatsoever. But unfortunately, oftentimes, man, a lot of black dudes, when they come from the most humble origins, when they make hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, they become the most reactionary. This concept of, I did it on my own, I did it by myself, so nobody else has an excuse, and they embrace, like...
Let me just say this too. Because he's actually right. But the other part with that is, what people need to understand is that you never make it on your own. If you make it out from where a lot of our people come from, we didn't make it on our own. I didn't make it to be where I'm at in life because of only myself. That's bullshit. That's why I stay humble. That's why I try not to judge people. Right? Like, I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I really genuinely try not to judge people. Because nobody does this shit by themselves. For whatever occupation you get in or however you made it out, you never did this shit on your own. That's why I try not to think I'm better than people. Like, yo, that shit it's weird. It's weirdo shit. It's almost like you turn into a borderline psychopath, believing that you did it. I made it from the bottom. Only I did it. because I put the work in. Listen, nigga, you may put some work in, a lot of work in, but the people around you allow you to fail. And make sure you don't fail to the point where you didn't get to the point that way you are. I know people for a fact protected me. And I'm always grateful for that. Listen, people, I grew up in real reality. Listen, it's going to be people that's very close to you that's going to hurt you. That happens. That's life. But you don't turn off your humanity. You do not turn off of forgiving. You do not turn off of helping others, because you have it probably been a lot of people that probably done you wrong, that was close to you. You don't turn into them. When you do that, you turn into the people that you despise. So now how are you better? Just on a moral level. You can't be better than the person that you complaining that did you wrong, and then you start doing that shit to others. Listen, one of my biggest gifts, I always say, and I thank the big man upstairs for this. Listen, the biggest gift that he blessed me with was that I try to see the good in people. Sometimes it works against me. Sometimes it's one of my biggest gifts. But the other gift that God gave me is to see through bullshit and to work around it. And not pretend that the shit ain't there, or pretend that I'm perfect or some shit like that. Which, like, you know what I mean? Because you can get, like I said, Floyd can get in. He's probably in a space with a lot of these sellouts that think that they look what I have created for myself. I had to do something right. Nobody's saying that, but you could be. Listen. It's like if you in the streets and you don't fuck shit, and you got a lot of money. You shining. You balling on. You the man. Are you really better than the motherfuckers that ain't shining more as you? You're really not. So that's like if motherfuckers come from where we come from and they make it, but they don't help the next person do something, is you really better than them? Because I know you felt that way to another motherfucker that made it and didn't try to give back. And then you get in that same position and you do the same shit that the person that you was offended and was hurt that didn't reach back. How are you better? You got the same mind state. Well, I had to learn some shit when you get money. Listen, you have learned. The fuck is that? Oh shit, I'm gonna have to go out there. I know motherfucking well, motherfucker. Anyway. You listen, people, you have to learn that you cannot live life like that. It is miserable being like that. And it's from experience. I know what I'm talking about when you just like, yo, I don't, you know, when you start thinking like I'm beneath, I'm above that, they beneath me. Like I've been in those situations. I felt that way towards people. Like it's not a good place to be in mentally. It's actually it's not healthy, believe it or not. And people don't really respect you like you think. They don't look at you as strong. They look at you as this weak ass person that can't take criticism or can't understand that you have done that you're going to you make mistakes too, even though whatever position that you in. But it is what it is.
Reactionary politics, unfortunate for Floyd. That seems to be the route that he's taken. And the craziest thing to me, like Lil Wayne goes out and endorses Trump. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for me to be that mad at the guy when the guy sprung him out of prison. Like I've never been in prison. We have a God. Yeah, like if somebody got me out of federal prison.
Listen, I don't know if they saying this shit for they saying it in a facetious way or he actually really means it. I don't give a fuck if Trump got me out of jail or not. Doesn't mean nothing to me. That's why I say, like, it's nothing that a racist can do for me. Yeah, it's a reason. Yeah, you can say, yeah, well, I can understand his reasoning, but even morally, at the end of the day, no, I can't understand Lil Wayne's reasoning. Cause nigga, after you done pardoned me, then got me out of jail, I don't have to. I just gotta I just gotta be safe. I can't make the same mistakes again. I should have learned when I was going to prison, or get ready to go to prison, or was in prison already. I should have learned from that. So I don't owe you shit. But like I said, it's a transaction. It like Trump pardoned a lot of these niggas, got these niggas out of jail. It's a transaction with that. Trump should have wanted to do that because it was the right thing to do. Not because he wanted something from you. But, you know, you can't tell these people shit. Let's move on.
I might endorse him for president too. What's Floyd's excuse? Like, this guy is independently wealthy. He doesn't need to align himself with this nonsense that is the Trump regime, and that he would go out and show this way. He's going out pretty sad, and it's ugly to watch.
Yeah, very much so.
No, first of all, listen to this brother. You just said that if Trump got me out of prison, I probably would vote for him and support him too. Listen, brother, well, you ain't no better than Floyd Mayweather. You ain't no better than Lil Wayne. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I probably would have did it too. No. I just don't like the state of our people, man. We just say all types of stupid, goofy shit. Hold on, man. Where the fuck is my other phone at? I got one of my phones. I need the other one. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get my other phone because I want to do this this video that my brother LT sent me. Give me a second. I'll just wash them off. All right, people, I'm back. I had to grab my damn phone. Plus, my daughter, I think she getting sick. And my daughter probably getting sick. Let me see. I can get who this nigga is. Shout out to my brother LT for this. Excuse me for this clip. Let me see if I can get this clip. What is this dude name? Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Go.
Top 3 things people who went to juvenile detention in Maryland need to know about.
Damn it. Shit. Trying to get the clip, y'all. Yeah, but that shit is crazy. Floyd should be ashamed of himself. Oh, it's called he the angry man. What the hell? Oh shit! I got the wrong shit in there. Oh shit! Trying to see if I can get his shit. Let's see. Got the club. Let's see. Let me see. No, that's not it either. What the hell is going on? Why the hell I can't get this? Okay, all right, I got it. I don't know what the fuck was going on here. Oh shit. Damn commercials. Trying to get the actual clip that he talked. Okay, here we go with Trump shit. All right. Let's get into it, y'all.
The plumber energy, like Trump looked like he was about to say, let's run this fade real quick. You feel what I'm saying? But yo, look. Oh my God. And then you got everybody on the left running around here talking about that wasn't very diplomatic and Trump shouldn't have. Look, first of all, Trump is not that weekend at Bernie's potato, okay? Because that nigga, look, that nigga Zelensky, he tried it. He tried it, bro.
First of all, let me say this. Cause I watched that shit, and this is why I always keep saying this. This is why this shouldn't, like, I'm not saying people don't have a right to have their channels and shit like that, but the support that people give these people on these channels of saying uneducated shit. Trump ain't one of those. Listen, these dudes have never been. First of all, they're not. Number one, they're not that educated. Then number two, you've never been in a situation where you had to be diplomatic. And what I mean by that is, sometimes people, you like as a president, you may not like the motherfucking people that you sitting down with that's a foreign leader. But it's a way how you handle that. And my understanding, not my understanding, what I seen was it was just because JD Vance of the bullshit he said out of his mouth, and that kind of triggered the Ukraine president. Like, fuck is you talking about? Like you like these motherfuckers want to shit on on Biden and them and the left so much that when you start to offend our world leaders, I mean our world leader our allies. Like, no, that is, first of all, that wasn't the place and the time for that shit. And then second of all, it only sparked because of JD Vance's comment about Biden. First of all, listen. Trump ain't gonna go to war with Russia. Trump is out there in bed with Russia. They out here saying Russia propaganda. They turned their back on the Ukraine president. And let me just say this. The only reason Trump and them is going at the Ukraine president for two reasons. Because of Russia. Then the other thing is that connection with Russia. Then the other thing is Trump's still mad that the Ukraine president didn't do what Trump asked him to do. That's why his ass got impeached the last time. Because he tried to bribe the Ukraine president to dig up dirt on Joe Biden and his son for political shit. So Trump's still upset about that. So don't think that Trump just did a 360 all of a sudden on a Ukraine president like that. No, listen, this shit was planned. They was hoping that the Ukraine president reacted the way he did. That's why JD Vance said the shit he said. Trump, listen, if we're supposed to be the most powerful country in the world, why didn't the most powerful country in the world, the president of the country, say, look, we're not doing this right here. We'll discuss this behind closed doors. Not right here. I'd have cut off the president from Ukraine like, nah. We're not going to do this here. I'd have cut JD Vance. No, we're not going to do that. We'll talk about this behind the scenes. This is not a good look. We're trying to do a peace treaty here, people. This ain't the time for that. But like I said, this shit was planned out.
Tried it. Like, really, bro? You really tried it? And the craziest shit about it was really crazy to me, fam. And look, I ain't even gonna front. When I saw this shit, I was like, bro, that shit is fire. When I saw the way JD Vance was up in there, you feel what I'm saying? The way JD Vance had Trump's back, bruh. That shit was legendary. JD Vance said, yo, whoa, wait a minute. He said, yo, you should be thanking us. You should be have you even said thank you once? You should be.
Let me say this. See, this is what happens when you aren't educated and don't know shit about politics, and you just catch reactional stories that come out, right? When you don't know the history of why certain shit even happens. Only reason JD Vance said a lot of shit that he was doing, because Trump was on Fox News, and one of the Fox News analysts asked him, or host asked him, do you see JD Vance as your predecessor in 2028? You know what Trump said? No. This your vice president. This is a motherfucker you pick. Oh, I'm sorry, your sons made you pick. But anyway, this your vice president. Any natural president that actually gives a fuck about others or people that's around him would have said, yeah, I can see him as could run for president. Yeah. Hell yeah. Some people might say, well, Trump just being honest, maybe he don't see something. Listen, first of all, it doesn't even matter. You don't say that. And JD Vance, he had to see that shit. And JD Vance got in his feelings. And listen, he decided when he got the Ukraine president there that he was going to show how he could run some shit. Because listen, people, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I ain't never seen Trump look this weak. Like, Trump looked weak. And what I mean by that, like he got all these people around him for a reason. Trump ain't really running shit like y'all think. Like, for him to let Elon Musk take a lot of the motherfucking shine away from him, something ain't right with Trump. Trump mental ain't off, mental is off, or he don't have the stamina for this shit. Because I told you he didn't really want to be president. He just ran for president to stay the fuck out of jail. So his heart definitely ain't in this shit. But something wrong with Trump. And then to let JD Vance kind of just go off like that, Mike Pence would have never did no shit like that. And this dumbass nigga, he looking at this as JD Vance had Trump back. He didn't have Trump back. First of all, the Ukraine president didn't go after Trump. He went after what JD Vance said. Like, oh, what you mean? What you talking about? Like, first of all, like, we can't trust Russia. We have made deals with Russia before, and he has broken those peace treaties. Just like he's doing now with Ukraine or going to war. It was a peace treaty there. He broke that shit. So the president of Ukraine, like, yo, why would I believe that he would stand by this shit? That's all the Ukraine president was trying to say. But of course, JD Vance was in his feelings about a lot of what Trump said. He don't think he could run for president in 2028. And he wanted to show his ass. To me, this shit looked like a setup. Because it was unnecessary for JD Vance to say anything. But these stupid motherfuckers believe whatever you want to believe about Trump. Trump ain't running shit.
Thanking us. And you know, Zelensky tried to say, have you even been to my country to see the damage? Yeah.
Or another thing, a lot of shit that's happening with Elon Musk and a lot of these motherfuckers doing a lot of shit they doing, like firing people and all that shit. Trump is maybe just trying to sit there and pretend like he pretend like he don't know what the fuck is going on. You look at it in two ways. It's a possibility that he doesn't. Right? It's a very high possibility that he does not. Right? But the other part of that is he may well know that what's going on and just trying to pretend because he doing excuse me, how bad this shit is. He letting them take the fall for it, but it's going to backfire on him because he's the president. But like I said, it don't really matter to Trump in a way. That's why I said this shit don't make no sense, because it doesn't matter to Trump, because Trump he don't give a fuck about what the fuck happens to this country. He's just trying to stay out of jail. But anyway, that's why he getting rid of all the prosecutors and the FBI and the DOJ and all that shit. All them charges, all that shit gone away. It's for a reason. Listen, I still think it's something deeper of what's going on with Trump. I believe Trump might be sick. And motherfuckers ain't really, it ain't no conspiracy. This is just my opinion. Listen, this ain't Trump. Trump don't let these niggas, like, he's not that type of motherfucker that allow people to take shine away from him. Listen, that's not in him. But I think it's an illness that we don't know about, and they gonna lie about it. Just like they lied about his COVID symptoms and shit when he had COVID. I'm just trying to tell y'all. They talking about Biden. Now people come out. Was it the Biden administration? Oh yeah, we hid it for a long time. Shut the fuck up. We can see it. We don't need you now speaking on it. We knew something was wrong with Biden. And you think Trump ain't, them people around Trump ain't doing the same shit? Come on, bro. They did it with what name? Reagan. They knew Reagan was fucked up. Like, everybody sitting out here all mad at the Democrats because they tried to hide Joe Biden decline. Nigga, the Republicans did it with Reagan. But you understand the hypocrisy, though. But anyway, let's move on. I still would have voted for Joe. Even though Joe wasn't the same, he might have some problems, he better than this motherfucking cracker-ass cracker. And motherfuckers, MAGA and everybody else is starting to figure this shit out in time right now. How bad Trump is and the people that he got surrounded him. I told y'all worrying about Trump. I'm worrying about the people who surround him. They the sharks. Look at Elon Musk. He fought all these people, but he's still getting money. They cutting all these people out so they can justify why they gonna pass these tax cuts for the rich. But like I said, nobody believe, Trump ain't gonna cut Medicare, he ain't gonna cut Social Security. Republicans lying. Under oath at the Congress. Not under oath, but they in Congress lying. We ain't talking about cutting. Remember they booed Biden, talking about, you lying, screaming out, you lying. We ain't cutting Social Security. We ain't doing none of that. Y'all seen this budget bill? Okay. Like I said, all the Trump supporters, your hate for other people. And I told you, this is the one thing about Republicans that I know for a fact. People that lean right vote against their own livelihood. And then they come back around later and say, I made a mistake. No, you didn't make a mistake. You voted for that motherfucker. You didn't vote for your livelihood. You voted because you hate others. You voted for the candidates that you vote for because you hate others, because they hate others. This ain't about no goddamn policies. This ain't about your livelihood. You a liar. Now they want to say, you thought you wasn't going to get fired. Okay.
Been over there. What difference do that make? At the end of the day, you still need us, right? And then Zelensky's like, he talking to J.D. Vance. He's like, well,
and let me say this. And I understand the situation that the Ukraine president is in. He's at war. So he's a little vulnerable. Russia, much powerful. I get that how he kind of like swallowed his pride a little bit because it's not really all about him. It's about his people. And I get that. But I don't know if that could have been me. Right? Like, I don't know if you could disrespect me like that on a national platform like that. One of the biggest national platforms ever in the White House, in the Oval Office, and disrespect me like that and think that, and you say, you need us. Motherfucker, listen, I appreciate what you done, but at the end of the day, I'd rather die than to sit here and kiss your ass. I'd have said that. I don't need you, motherfucker. I appreciate what you has helping us out. We allies. We need each other. That's what I'd have told him. But you know, like I said, that's why I said the Ukraine president handled that shit the way he's supposed to. Diplomatically tried to. But Trump and them acted like wannabe dictators. That's some shit Putin and them would have did, bro. How Trump and them was acting, that's what Putin and his people would have did. For all the black people to sit out there talking about Trump is the greatest president, nigga, you okay with Putin? He a dictator. And black people, we come from being enslaved, our ancestors. And y'all okay with this shit? Okay, man. You niggas, these new niggas. That's what I call them, these new niggas. These are new niggas.
Of it, we feel it, and you're gonna feel it too. Trump said, hold on for a second, player. Hold on for a second. Wait a minute. What you mean we gonna feel it too?
No, what he was trying to say, understand, the president from Ukraine, that's not even his, English is not even his first language. So maybe he might have said it wrong, but I don't think he did. What he was saying was, nigga, like, let me explain something to people. Understand, when we went to a war in Iraq and all that shit, Pakistan, we was all over the place down in the Middle East, right? You think it was only our troops there? No, nigga. Hey, we had some of our allies there. And what he's saying is, nigga, you get in another war because that's what it looked like Trump trying to do. Nigga, you're going to need people to fuck with you too. When we went to war, we reached out to our allies. We needed help. Don't think America, we this big bad country putting troops on the ground, nigga. The whole Afghanistan shit. Like, we didn't have help. We had help from our allies. And now our allies is looking at us like, you turning your back on us? Nigga, y'all get into something else? No. I understood what he was trying to say. Was hopefully y'all won't get into that, and you gonna need help, just like we did, like we do. And we needed help when we was over there fighting a live war from Republicans. People keep forgetting about that Iraq war, don't you? All these Negroes, they sit out here and they talk about shit they have no clue what they're talking about. You bigging up this dude that's fucking up diplomacy between our allies. You going at the Canada and Mexico and shit like that. Nigga, they our closest allies. It's not like the European people. Yeah, they are allies, the European countries, but our Canada and fucking Mexico is our closest allies. We do more business with them than any other country in the world. Listen, like I said, motherfuckers ain't understanding the repercussions of shit of Trump is doing what he doing right now, but you will. You gonna fuck around and find out. Let's move on.
I felt like Trump started to say, bro, you gotta be fucked up. What you mean we gonna feel it too? We ain't about to feel shit. We ain't about to feel nothing, bro.
First of all, when 9/11 happened, our allies rolled with us, people. These same people he disrespecting. Trump think he's going to return America to a dictator country. So that's why he's disrespecting our allies the way he's doing. He want to be a part of North Korea and Lil Kim and them. He want to have Putin in them. He really want to be a part of that coalition of dictators. That's why he's trying to, and the people around him trying to push us to. That's why y'all think that they in America, they don't want to talk about Black history. They don't want to talk about real history in this country. Because I told y'all this country was never built on a democracy. It was always built on a dictatorship. Prime example of that is slavery. Then number two, when Hitler was doing what he was doing in Nazi Germany, nigga, Black people were still segregated. We didn't have rights. Women didn't have rights. They couldn't vote. They couldn't do shit, but Black people men still went over in the wars and fought. I always keep telling people this country was never a democracy. The country was starting to transition into being a democracy when Black people started getting rights, and women and other genders or other homosexual people and stuff like that. That's when we was transitioning to trying to be a democracy. We have never been a democracy. It's all false propaganda that the left and the right says all the time. We have never been a democracy. You cannot be a democracy when you got your own American people being slaves. When you don't count the Black people that's Americans in the country and they don't vote. You don't even consider them humans. We have never lived in democracy. We recently transitioned into trying to be a democracy. And now we're back. They're trying to take us back to from the transition. Before the transition, I'm sorry. So don't let these people get the game fucked up. You can't live in a democracy when other people can't do what others can do. And I'm just talking about off of just voting. You got a group of Americans that can't vote. That's not a fucking democracy. We have never lived in a democracy. We have transitioned into a democracy, you might say around the 60s, late 50s. After the civil rights movement and passing of the laws. Like, we have never lived in a democracy, people. Please get that out your head. Please stop allowing the left and the right to pretend that we always live in a democracy. We have never. These are fucking facts. You think I'm lying? Google the shit. Tell me what you go look at the definition of a democracy. You will understand exactly what I'm saying. You say, you know what? Kenny is right. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Let's go to a quick commercial break, people. We'll be right back. right, people, we're back from quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel? It's down there, scrolling below the screen. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out of the building. And make sure you guys share the videos, man. It keeps the movement pushing. All right, y'all. Let's get back into it.
This the US of A, nigga. You know where you at. You know where you at, partner, talking like that? And then, oh, bruh. What takes...
And you know what the bad part... Let me just say this. You know the bad part about it? They had fucking... what's the dude? The Israel president, Netanyahu, come over here and get in on a national American platform and disrespect the United States. And I was highly offended when Biden ain't step up and say nothing to that motherfucker. I was offended by that. Now you understand. Let me just tell you something too. And this is the one thing I do agree with some Trump supporters. Let me just say this. Netanyahu knew who to fuck with and who not to fuck with. Because if he'd have said that shit to Trump, or said that about him, Trump would have gotten his ass. You know, when Trump said something about taking over Ghana Strip and all that shit, he just made a face. He didn't say nothing because he knew better. Because Trump would have wilded his ass out. I would say that. I was highly offended that Netanyahu said what he said and Biden and the man ain't say shit. Vice President Harris said a little whatever she said, but hey. But we mad at the Ukraine president for defending himself from America, the president and the vice president disrespecting him in front of the world, trying to belittle him. Like, nah, bro. They're like, we don't get no credit for that. We're not giving Trump credit for that. But anyway, let's move on.
The cake. He hit that nigga with the Martin. He said, bruh, I tell you what, hey, get to stepping. Cut the corner. He kicked that nigga out of the White House, bro.
No. Let me explain something too. The reason that the deal is not getting done, the peace treaty, is because of the simple fact Trump wants something. It's not to help the Ukraine people to stop the war. I forgot what it is exactly. It's something in Ukraine that a lot of countries don't have, and he got it. He got the biggest, and Ukraine got the biggest something. I forgot exactly what it was. I don't think it's oil or nothing like that. It's something. I think it's like, oh fuck, what's that? I can't think of it right now, but it's something that Trump really wants. Right? But he can't get it because he want to make a deal of squashing the beef with Ukraine and Russia, but he want the United States to have power over that. And it's something Elon Musk want. Right? It has something to do with some type of technology or something like that, or fossil fuels or something. It's something like that, right? And the Ukraine president, he don't mind making that deal, right? Because he is in a fucked up situation. His country's in a fucked up situation. But the Ukraine president ain't stupid either. He like, yo, that's why he said what he said at the van. Like, how we know that Russia ain't going to do this shit again? After we give y'all this for coming to a peace treaty, and then the Ukrainians don't get nothing, basically. We giving shit. The Ukrainians giving us whatever. I forgot what exactly it is. They're giving us something for breaking the peace. Helping the peace treaty. The peace treaty, right? And Russia get whatever the land that Russia then took over from the Ukrainians, they get to keep. So the Ukrainians don't get nothing. So it's like, if I'm the Ukrainians, like, yo, well, if I'm the president, man, I listen, I already feel disrespected by my so-called ally, which is America. And then you telling me I got to make a deal with this motherfucker to take the land that ain't his, that he then killed thousands of my people, and I got to give him the land that he took. Like, nah, man. Believe it or not, at the end of the day, it's a bad deal for the Ukrainian people if they do this deal with Trump. Because we all know, we see who Trump is siding with. He's siding with Putin. So it's a bad deal. And then you try to lie and say, well, I'm not friend. You a lie. You already said Putin is a friend. You cool with Putin. So, like, nah, bro. It's a bad deal. That's all I'm saying.
How you get kicked out of the White House, fam? Yo, we got a president that be
let me say this. These Negroes is laughing at this shit like it's okay. People are dying, bro. People are dying. That's how heartless people like him sound when they laughing and he got kicked out the right. How you get kicked out the White House, bro? Like, yo, people dying, bro. Because of your stupidity. You platforming stupidity that you have no clue about how shit works. But you just give a stupid opinion about Trump ignorant ass. He kicked him out the White House. Nah, bro. Nah, let's move on.
Kicking presidents out of the White House, bruh. It's like, nah, fam, get your ass up out of here, bro. Take your ass back over there to that rubble you got over there, fam. What's wrong with you? We done gave you all of this money.
Imagine a black person. I don't know this dude background like that, but I guess he understands somewhat of black people's struggle. For you to get out there and go back over there with the rubble that you come from. Listen, nigga. So morally bankrupt. America is so morally bankrupt. Why would you say that? Listen, let me just, this is how arrogant and delusional a lot of Americans are. You sit in a house that you probably work for and whatever, you know, because I don't know this dude financially his shit. I don't know his struggle. I don't know his occupation other than he does YouTube. And you're probably making a little bit of money. For you to think that you're better than somebody, this is people's real life of dying of a war that they didn't start. And you're sitting there disrespecting, you're not just disrespecting their president, you're disrespecting them for their loved ones that lost their lives because of a dictator. And you think Trump is being strong? All right, bro. This is the real reason why I don't interact with people that's not on my level intellectually. Like I can't have conversations with you. Like a lot of times I feel like I'm surrounded by idiots. So I don't have conversations. I don't engage with people, and I don't want to have relationships with people because of some fact I don't want to have stupid conversations. I'm too old for that shit. Like, I'm a grown ass man. I actually do the work. Like, I actually research. I'm actually out here, people. And these motherfuckers just sitting on the internet, just saying some shit to get likes. And like, this is people real life out here. Like, you always hear somebody say, like, motherfuckers forgot about the grind. A lot of these people forget about the grind. They forget that, nigga, you one paycheck or one thing of something fuck up in your life that when you back ain't got shit. Let me throw some real shit out here so real people can understand something. At the end of the day, it don't matter what occupation that you in. You don't control your life. Wind blowing that bad. It's knocking over trash cans and shit. You don't control shit in your life. Like, for these people, like, the pretend that they believe in God and shit like that, like, you don't control life. So the best thing that you're supposed to do in your life is to morally try to be better and to be good to others, regardless of people have less than you or more than you. It's somewhere in the between that way you have to align with Mother Nature in life and with the big man upstairs. It's a balance. But we're amongst a bad people. And I think that we have lost our mind as a human race. It's nothing cooler what this dude is saying. It's nothing funny. People are dying because of people like you, of your stupidity, of putting stupidity out here. Having people not care about others that's dying. See, this is a humanity problem. I genuinely believe this. See, because I'm past race sometimes, a lot of the times. I'm past genders and shit like that. This is a humanity problem. And I'm not just talking about just in the United States. It's the world. It always been this, but we in a real fucked up time again. Listen, people, I have seen evil and I have seen people be despicable human beings. I have seen this shit. It's not nothing new to me, but I just think I was naive. Not even naive. I couldn't comprehend of the shit I was seeing back then. But now that I'm older and I see shit and my eyes is open, you can call it woke, right? I kind of see humanity for what it really is. Like, listen, it ain't a lot of good people in the world. There's a lot of bad people in the world. And believe it or not, they live right next door to you or live in your community. A lot of them. It's rarely that you run past somebody that's very genuine and very good-hearted. It have some type of humanity. It's very rare of that. But you will find fucked up people anywhere. Don't matter where you go. Humanity is in crisis at this point. And he's a prime example of it. But let's move on.
We want is a portion of the mineral rights. And in return, you get protection. You get us as an ally. We'll make sure that it ain't no beefing and none of that. But you gonna come in here and talk shit like you big dog? You ain't big dog. You a little puppy. You a puppy, my nigga. You not big dog. You can't come in here flexing like that. What's wrong? Yo, I guarantee you Putin was watching that shit laughing his ass off.
And I bet he was. See, this is what, listen, because I actually kind of know this dude a little bit, like not know him, but seen a couple of his clips before. This dude is an asshole. He's a borderline bully, right? Like, I always second guess people's mental, well, dudes' mentals, men, when they feel it's necessary to try to embarrass people. Right? Like, embarrassing others make some men feel better about themselves because they have low self-esteem. But they pretend, and this aura they try to push out is that they got high self-esteem. They actually really don't. They think being sensitive or being emotional about things is weak. Okay, cool. Like I said, I've been around dudes that was some of the most thoroughest dudes I ever knew. Didn't show a lot of emotion, a lot of that shit. And they was thorough who they were, right? But a lot of them that ain't here is because of a lot of dudes that they perceive as weak. I'm talking about if they got killed. A lot of dudes get killed by weak niggas that they bully and push around a lot of the times. They rarely get killed by dudes that's really thorough like that. Right? They usually get killed by dudes that they have been bullying and pushing to the limit, pushing them to the limit of where these motherfuckers say, fuck it, I'm gonna have to kill this nigga. Can't take no more of this shit. Or like a lot of them get snitched on by weak niggas and they go to jail for the rest of their life. Like, you pick the poison of it. So it's no difference of like you see these niggas on the internet and they sitting here pretending that they tough, they men, they manly men, and they shit like that. I do this and I do that. Like, nigga, like, calm your masculinity down. It's actually uncalled for. It looks weak. It looks like you have no control over your fucking life unless you controlling somebody, trying to control somebody else's life. The problem is with a lot of these dudes. Shout out to my brother Bruce in the building. What up, Bruce? Shout out to LT again. Yeah, man. That's all that shit is, LT. Listen, I always say to myself, right? I'm blessed in a way, right? Like, my wife understands, like, put it like this, my wife is strong, opinionated. She does what she does, right? A lot of times she's wrong. A lot of times I'm wrong. But I let her be. Right? Like, I don't, like, for me, I don't like the headache, like, of trying to go back and forth with bullshit that, like, I learned a long time ago, you arguing with a woman, you don't win that. Right? All that do is bring frustration, and to the point where you may want to get physical. Because a man has this thing, because we've been raised this way, when a woman go say shit too far or whatever, we think we supposed to put hands on them. So I grew up that way. A lot of men grew up that way. We can all sit here and try to pretend that we haven't, but that's bullshit. But I just let my wife be. Like, I push back here and there, but a lot of times, man, I let that shit be, man. I ain't give a fuck about that shit. To let my wife feel that she's right about something and to come to find out that she's wrong about it, I'd rather let her do that than to keep trying to prove that I know I'm right. Because I don't want to lose my relationship over this dumb, whatever the fuck, because most likely it's dumb shit. Or, you know, sometimes it's serious, but sometimes it's not. Like, I'm not willing to risk that. And like I said, when you have somebody that's your partner that this person knows you better than anybody, know your darkest secrets, like, nigga, fuck all that. You kind of submit to a lot of that dumb shit. You're like, okay, boo, whatever. That's what I tell her. Go ahead, man. I don't give a fuck. But sometimes you have to do that. These dudes walk around pretending that they tough and they trying to be male chauvinists and shit like that. They actually weak ass niggas. Right? These will be the same dudes that allow another man to disrespect their woman and allow another man to disrespect their woman in front of them. Over some male chauvinist bullshit. Yeah, she was out of pocket. I don't give a fuck if my woman out of pocket or not. You don't get to disrespect my woman. Like, you don't get to do that. But they will allow another man to disrespect their woman in front of them. And they think that shit is okay. That makes them a man. No, it doesn't. It actually makes you look like a piece of shit and you pussy. Because you look like you scared of that other man. So you ask those guys where your loyalty at to your woman. It's a man thing. No, nigga, some shit ain't a man thing. Some shit is, nigga, my wife could be right or wrong about a situation a lot of times. Nigga, but you can't disrespect her. I won't allow you to do no shit like that. Nigga, shit will go real left. Listen, when you in a relationship with a woman, a lot of times your responsibility is, yeah, your woman can be wrong about some shit, but you pull her to the side. Like, you know what I mean? Or you step in and be like, look, babe, I got this or something. Like, you do something like that, but you don't allow no other man to disrespect your woman. And a lot of these guys does that. Or they disrespect their woman in front of people. They will do that shit. And then try to sit there and pretend, oh, well, I'm a man. Like, you ain't no man, bro. I mean, listen, we ain't perfect people, but I don't like to argue with my woman in front of people. Right? Like, if we like get to argue, I don't like that shit. But sometimes you slip up, sometimes that shit happen. But one of y'all gotta be like, no, we ain't talking about this shit in front of people. And sometimes you gotta do that. But these niggas, they sit here and try to pretend they these masculine men. They're not. They're very insecure dudes. That's why they treat women the way they treat them. They own a woman, or she with me, I own her. Like, nigga, you don't own no fucking body. It's almost like a slave mentality. Like, you know, a slave master mentality. You own somebody. You don't own you don't own nobody. Right, that shit is sad, bro. But anyway, let's move on.
Guarantee you Putin was watching that shit. He probably was giggling. He probably was laughing his ass off, bro. Oh my God. Come in there, bro. The nerve. The audacity. You feel me? Like, bro, when I first saw it,
Never pay for Wi-Fi again.
Fucking internet.
Instabridge is a free app with 20 million Wi-Fi passwords all.
Oh shit, my bad. I told y'all that's why y'all see these niggas getting these YouTube ads. All the selling out they doing.
bro, when I first saw it, I saw the video up there. It said Trump kicks Zelensky out of the White House. You know the first thing I thought? The first thing that popped up in my head is Uncle Phil grabbing Jazz by the by the seat of his pants and his collar and just tossing him out.
I mean, what's all that? You going on
Oh my God, bro! But look, I'm gonna show you what I mean by when he showed up. When he first showed up, right? This is what happened when he first showed up. Hold on, let me see if I can find this shit real quick. Let's see.
So here's President Trump coming out that doorway.
Okay, here we go right here.
Now we see some Marines coming out the front door of the West Wing there. So here we go. Here's President Trump coming out that doorway of the White House. He's standing there, the awaiting media pack. As you can imagine, a huge traveling pack has come with President Zelensky. Are shouting questions.
Leave it out there. That's what Jack. It's a trash can to get his poop up. What you mean? No, it ain't. It came already? Is that for the bathroom? Oh, okay. Oh,
To
my
him.
bad.
Here's President Zelensky.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was his thing because, a bookshelf, usually come in a little bigger box than that. All right. Some shit I gotta do tomorrow. We've been revamping the house and shit. Even this shit, like all this shit. This is the dining room, but this is all the shit that where my daughter homeschool at. I done took part of it. That's why you see all my hats and shit. And I got snow blowers and shit like that. I'm still moving around. I got a fucking basketball hoop I need to put back out back. I got to do this something. I just got a lot of shit. You know what I mean? That's why, like, a part of me, like, I be trying to, like, in my own way, it helps me, but in my own way, I be trying to, like, give people, like, pay people to do shit. You know what I mean? Like, so I do a lot of shit myself because I can do it. I actually got skills in doing a lot of shit. But, I just don't be having the time to do a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Because I always tell people, even though I don't work that as much as I used to, but just being around my daughter and shit, that's work, bro. Because you want to build that type of relationship and have that type of relationship with your kid. You know what I mean? And so that takes up a lot of your time. So all this, I can build a lot of the shit and put a lot of shit together and do a lot of shit and fix shit. I don't be having the time because I be trying to spend as much time I can spend with my daughter as a father. Like you want to do that. But anyway, damn, so that the bookshelf came. So what's tomorrow? Sunday, because I go back to work Monday. Shit, I might hold off on to it till Wednesday. So I'm only gonna work 2 days this week. I'll probably do it. I may wait to do it because I probably just want to rest tomorrow. Because I'm be up mad late. Because the fight. Make sure y'all guys tune into the fight party tonight. It don't look like I'm gonna be outside, man. It's mad windy and shit. And they saying this shit gonna supposed to last till almost 8 o'clock, so I'll probably just do it in the house. Because I was gonna do it on the deck. I still probably I might even fuck with the grill. I didn't have the grill. The smoker covered up. I'll probably just go ahead and do the chicken and shit. Put that shit in the oven or something, or fried. Put some hot sauce on it. You know how I do. Yeah, it don't look good going out there today. It's mad windy. So I'll probably do the fight party in the living room right here. Do it here in the living room. Watch that shit on that motherfucking 100 screen. Y'all know I got that 100 screen in this bitch, so I'll probably watch that bitch on the 100 screen. But yeah, I'll probably do that. Cause it's a weather. Alexa, what's the weather for today?
In Baltimore, it's 62 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly sunny skies. Today, you can look for partly sunny weather with a high of 64 degrees and a low of 21 degrees. Also, there's a fire weather watch in effect until Saturday, March 1st, 8 p.m.
Yeah, so like this shit, it's like a fire wind shit, the way it can spark winds. That's why like motherfuckers don't be understanding like California and shit. Like, nigga, if wind's too high and shit is dry, especially out there, that's different. Like, you know, Baltimore is different. They're talking about the wind so high, yo, this shit can spark. And it's still winter here. Pushing into spring. And they're talking about some fires can happen. Like, shit crazy. And the wind is actually really blowing out there. So I may gotta bring the TV in here. Gotta sit out there on the porch. I gotta bring that in. Yeah, this shit don't look like it's going nowhere to 8 o'clock. So it is what it is, y'all. Like I said, either way, I think I'll probably do it in here anyway. Yeah, I got shit blowing all around the house. I hear it. And dog, I gotta bring his ass in here because that nigga tripping. He can't. For some, he don't like the wind. He genuinely don't. That nigga lose his mind out there. I'm watching his ass now. And that nigga's like, man, what the fuck, man? Y'all better let me in the house. But the crazy shit about this nigga, he got a doghouse. The wind don't affect him that much. All he gotta do is go in the doghouse. Well, my dog weird like that. But anyway, let's move on.
His vehicle now driving up the driveway, turning around to enter into the portico, followed by that minibus with his entourage, as I was mentioning. You'll see the vehicle just pulling up to the portico there, President Trump waiting on President Zelensky. There may be a slight fuse there. You can see the vehicle there pulling up. Slight delay between what I'm seeing in real life here, I guess, and the relaying of the video images. President Zelensky now out of the vehicle. There we go. A warm handshake between President Trump and President Zelensky. Let's listen.
Now, see, right there on that video, you can't hear it, right? Hold on, let me grab the video where you can hear what he said. Let me grab the video where you can hear what he said.
Remind y'all.
Here you go, right here. People, watch this. Watch
mind you, people donate to this nigga. They say the most inappropriate, stupid shit out of his mouth. He don't back nothing up what he's saying with facts. It's just all about clickbait. And listen, I know we live in an era where people just like entertainment, but I don't know, because maybe it just could be me. Maybe I'm getting older, and I don't see what's entertaining about this shit. That uneducated people just giving opinions about some shit. I don't see nothing funny about it. I don't see nothing entertaining about, especially when it's serious issues. Everybody want to be a fucking comic. Like, everybody want to act like they're a comic. If you ain't did no stand-up, listen, people, I'm naturally funny. Believe it or not, I'm naturally funny. But you would never know that because there's always I do the videos or whatever. I'm serious all the time, but I'm naturally funny. But that don't mean I can go do stand-up comedy, nigga. And these niggas be on YouTube. Damn near, it's like comedy. I can't even take these dudes serious, and then they ain't even that funny. Nothing funny about a lot of this shit. But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. He said, look, you're all dressed up.
He's all dressed up today.
First of all, he ain't all dressed up. This nigga got the president from Ukraine has on probably some khakis. And look like maybe like one of the shirts that I kind of wear, some shit like that. Like he ain't dressed up, and he got some boots on. Trump don't know what. Never mind. Let's move on. And this dude, never mind. Never mind.
So now keep in mind, that's some real subtle shit. That's some real subtle shit. But what you got to understand is that when he rolled up, Trump already felt disrespected. He already felt disrespected. Because it's like, bro, you didn't even wear a suit. Like, come on, man. Now y'all know.
First of all, shut your bitch ass up. I'm about wearing a suit. Like, nigga. Listen, I'm a casual dresser, right? Like, and what I mean by that is, it depends what the situation is, how I dress, right? Like, I wouldn't even say I'm a casual dresser. I would say I'm a in the moment dresser, right? Like, when I went to, like, I'm not a suit dude, right? Like, I'm not that type of guy, right? So I may go to somewhere that it's supposed to be suited and booted, and I may do that. But it's not necessarily that I will do that, but I may do it because I understand the occasion, right? But a lot of the times, people, I throw some khakis on and throw a button up on. It depends how I feel, the situation and how I feel, right? I like to dress, how can I put this? I like to dress comfortably, right? So it doesn't matter a lot of times with the situations I'm in. It depends. Like, for me, it depends how I feel. That's how I dress. I dress. I have my own style of how I dress, but or what I wear or what I want to wear. It depends how I feel. Like, I went to my aunt's funeral, right? And like, I got love for my cousin and shit, my big cousin and shit, one of my big cousins. And, you know, I didn't show up on time because I still was debating, because I don't like funerals, right? I talked about this story before, right? My aunt recently passed away last year in November, right? Oh, October, I'm sorry. And so I came, like, I was the last motherfucker that actually really, like, me and my wife and my daughter, we was like the last motherfuckers that came. Like, real talk. We was like genuinely the last motherfuckers that came in, and then they started the funeral right after we did. Like, we was the last people, right? And my cousin had said to me, like, I respected it, but the nerve of this nigga, right? And what I mean, I'm gonna get to the nerve of this nigga. He was saying, he was asking one of my other cousins, like, you know, where B at, right? I mean, where K at, right? Like, you know, nigga said he was coming, blah, blah, blah. You know, we talked to him, whatever. He was like, that nigga better come, right? Talking about me, right? So I come, nigga, I had, you know, I'm dressed up or whatever, but I ain't had no suit coat or nothing like that. I ain't, you know, that's not my thing. I don't like I'll throw the button up on and shit. I'm a button up nigga, throw the khakis on. I throw some dress pants on, but that's what I had. I had some dress pants on, had my shoes on, had my button up. You know what I mean? I you know, I ain't wear no necklace or no shit like that. There wasn't a time for no shit like that, but I did, you know, have my bracelets and rings and shit on. I shined a little something. But you know, that wasn't the occasion for to wear no necklace and all that shit. And I didn't even wear my biggest bracelet. You know what I mean? Like I had one of my small bracelets on, had my watch on or whatever. And I didn't want one of my expensive watches either. I just, you know, on some shit, whatever, right? And I came, and the motherfucker, he told me this. He was like, "Oh, this nigga better show up, blah blah blah." So I'm like, "All right, I show up, right? You got a point, right? I actually agree." But then on the other part of that, nigga, you ain't even dressed. Like niggas he came in there with some jeans and some shit that you wear out in the streets. This nigga had some jeans on, some sneakers on, and you know, just not how you would just dress. Like you ain't like nigga ain't dressed with no funeral. But you weren't about me showing up, but you didn't dress appropriately, right? To me, right? But you questioning if I show up or not. So, you know, I don't knock people that don't. I'm not mad at him. He showed up. He did, you know, it ain't about the dressing. So, but for somebody to be like, oh, he didn't dress appropriately, that's just being petty, right? Like, even when I think about it, when I'm saying about my cousin, that's being petty. At least he did show up. But I didn't say that to him. But for a nigga to question me to be like, oh, you ain't show up, nigga, you don't know why I didn't. If I wouldn't have showed up or I did show up or not, you wouldn't know that. Because I don't talk to you like that. Like, that shit get deep in a way, but that shit really genuinely bothered me. Like, nigga, you ain't even dressed to the occasion like that, right? So what he's saying, oh, you coming to this important thing like that, nigga, do it really matter how he dressed? This is real life. And it was the same thing with my cousin. Like, I didn't even think about this nigga ain't even dressed appropriately until this nigga said some fucked up shit about me. Questioning me. So now I get to being petty. So that's why I'm saying I understand that this nigga, he don't know what he talking about. He just being petty. Talking about the president of Ukraine didn't even dress appropriately. What the fuck you talking about? This motherfucking country is being attacked. I don't give a fuck how he dressed. Let's move on, y'all.
He already felt disrespect. Because it's like, bro, you didn't even wear a suit. Like, come on, man. Now, y'all know me. I'm not a suit type of guy, but let's be real. You at that level, you feel what I'm saying? You coming to the White House to meet the president, everybody gonna be in suits, bro. Like, time and a place for everything. You feel what I'm saying?
Pretty close. He's all dressed up today.
And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying, being as short as Zelensky is, you like, look, he's all dressed up today. It's almost like he was sunning him. You feel what I'm saying? But let's check out the actual meeting.
Now think about what he's saying. Even though he's short, what the fuck do you just got to do with Trump feeling disrespected? Trump felt disrespected because he didn't wear a suit and tie. What that's supposed to make him feel more diplomatic or or the president of Ukraine really took this shit serious. Like, nigga, he had war. He had war. Come Trump felt disrespected. Like, dude, sometimes I keep forgetting that we amongst the stupid. Who the fuck is even thinking about what this man is wearing? I don't give a fuck. Only people that think about some shit like I told you about my cousin shit. Only I got petty in that way of thinking like this nigga ain't even dressed appropriately to my aunt's funeral because I felt attacked, right? But I had a genuine reason for it. Trump ain't got no genuine reason why he feel attacked by the president of Ukraine. So now people like Trump supporters like this dude sitting there talking about how he's dressed. Nobody's thinking, who the fuck is thinking about that? Now you a psychologist. You a YouTuber, nigga. You are a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a driver. That's my occupation. I'm not a YouTuber. So all you do is sit there and pick and nitpick about some shit that, like, what the fuck is going on in America? Like, these people really on the internet really think that they got the balls and the galls to say this type of shit when they ain't qualified. You a YouTuber, nigga. You dick riding a racist, a bigot, a homophobe, a sexist, a felon. But somehow we supposed to take you anyway. Let's move on.
Let's check that out real quick.
Didn't align myself with both of them, you'd never have a deal.
Let me say this to the stupid person in the chat. Is anybody even here? Let me say this. I ain't talking to you. I could be talking to one person. It ain't you. So what you care about who's here and who's not here? You ignorant piece of shit. Go back into where Trump gonna fuck y'all over as well. You think your racism is more important than human nature and humanity. So go back to doing that. Don't come over here with that shit. Nobody gives a fuck about what you talking about. Is anybody here? Is anybody here? Why are you here? That's the question. Why are you here to even notice if anybody's here or not? Why? Listen, people, this is the real reason why I don't do a lot of shows anymore. Or talk about certain shit because it's unnecessary to me. Because you get stupid people that come in here that this is their life. This is what they do. They like to get on the internet and troll and be trolls on other people's channel because they have low self-esteem of themselves. They ain't got shit going on in their life. They ain't got shit going on, people. That's why this motherfucker, he come in here, he didn't say what I was saying that was wrong. His first interaction was, hey, who's here to try to discredit what I'm saying? He didn't tell me how I'm wrong. And that's the type of environment that we're living in now in America. These motherfuckers, I just say something bad that make me relevant. I say something stupid that make me relevant. I say something ignorant that makes me relevant. Me downplaying somebody else's views or whatever it is, that makes me relevant. That makes them feel good about themselves. But okay, keep living that fucked up fantasy life. Shout out to my brother LT and Talking in the building. I'm sorry. Shout out to Talking in the building. What up, Talk? That's where we at in this country. We got a lot of non-irrelevant people that want to be relevant because in their real life they're irrelevant. Nobody really fucks with them like that. That's why they mad. That's why they can get on the internet and so-called criticize other people or disrespect others because they ain't got no fucking life. Nigga, outside of this shit I do, nigga, I got a life. I got a kid to raise. I got young folks that I want to help. I'm helping out. I want to help. I don't got time to be trolling nobody else. That's why you'll never see me on somebody's channel in a chat going at them because I dislike what they saying. I'm not going to be in their chat. Listen, I'm at the point in this shit on YouTube, my subscribers send me shit. Like, Kenny, we need to talk to you about it. Half of this shit I don't even see a lot of the times. It's irrelevant to me. But I understand it's relevant to them, so that's how I speak on it. But even before I speak on it, I do my homework. I don't just get out here and just say opinions and shit. And that's what we amongst. These motherfuckers want to be seen and heard and want to have an opinion because they're irrelevant in their life. So you get the trolls come around in a chat and just say stupid and disrespectful shit because they can't debunk what I'm saying. Because they ain't qualified. They mad uneducated. So they can't have a real conversation with me. So they get in the chat and say all types of goofy shit. That's what they do. Like, from my honest opinion, when I see trolls in people's chats and shit like that, a lot of the times, not all the time, but a lot of the times, it's because they haters. And they can't genuinely explain what they're saying. Or whatever their fucked up beliefs is. But anyway, let's move on.
You want me to say really terrible things about Putin and then say, "Hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal?" It doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America.
That's a lie. You aligned with Putin, nigga. First of all, MAGA and American people should know that he just lied. Because this nigga, this crack-ass cracker, in his last administration, went over there to Putin and he got on a national platform with Putin and said, I believe Putin over our national security, our intelligence. How's he for America? Listen, people, I'm not sitting there. I love, I support everything in the government. The system. I'm not saying that, but I would most likely, if I'm from my country, I'm taking my country's word over a fucking dictator. That's not complicated. And I can still have my issues with my own government. This shit's sad. But Trump supporters fall for the fucking scam. Because all this is a scam. In the history of white supremacy and systemic racism, it's all been a scam. So these so-called megas and right-wingers, you done fell for the scam. You think shit gonna get better to have a racist administration and a party to fix your racism or somehow make you feel better about yourself? Okay, cool. Y'all gonna find out that this shit ain't worth it. Hating other people is not worth it. It seems like y'all winning now, don't it? It feels real good to a lot of y'all. But okay, cool. Let's see, the dumb part is, and I'm going to give the racist game, right? And I shouldn't, but I'm going to get it to you. You keep thinking this is about race. Only about race because that's how you was raised and how you look at society. But your ignorance come from is that you don't understand that this shit is about the haves and have-nots, the elites and not being elite. It's about having money and not having it. It's about the rich and the poor. You keep forgetting about that. A lot of you megas are struggling, just like a lot of us are. And you keep thinking that, oh, we just get this, we get the white people in there, the racist white people in there, they're going to care about us. These are rich racist white people. You keep forgetting that. Yeah, they racist like you, but they're richer than you. They make more money than you. They have more money than you. And you keep forgetting that. And so that's why, like, this shit is old to me. Like, I have seen this shit before. But I'm embarrassed because I have never seen how, like, the ignorance of racist voters or Trump supporters and MAGA and the right wing, how stupid and idiotic. I really didn't know that y'all was this stupid. Because you are stupid. Your hate for others is clouding your judgment about the rich races. Because it is a difference in your lack of history about the rich racist white people to you so-called blue-collar racist white folks. You keep acting like y'all connected on racism. But money-wise, economic-wise, no, you're not even on the same platform or level they on. They on some other shit. But like I said, you gonna fuck around and find out. Let's move on.
And for the good of the world, I'm aligned with the world, and I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred.
This dude said he had a nerve to sit in the Oval Office and say he got hate for Putin. I can't believe it. Listen, let's just go off with Trump bullshit. That the president of Ukraine got hate for Putin. Why wouldn't he? I don't, you know me, I don't condone hate. But I'm just saying, like, why wouldn't he have hate? This man invaded their country, killed thousands of innocent people. And he shouldn't have some hate for this guy? And I'm not saying that the president of Ukraine actually hates Putin. I'm just saying, if the golfer with Trump is saying, if that's the case, that's more understandable than you sitting there defending Putin. make any sense of what Trump. Listen, man. If y'all don't think that Trump is in cahoots with Putin at this point in 2025, all right, y'all.
Understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world.
Now, mind you, and I honestly, my honest opinion, the way how he's sitting there and he's talking to the president of Ukraine and disrespecting him in front of the media like this, I highly doubted that he would be saying this type of shit in front of Putin. I highly doubt it. Because number one has already been proven that he won't do that. Just trying to be real.
I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way. So that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
The dude talk about, you want me see me be tough, I can be tough. Who's asking you that? Listen, when Trump speak about the shit, how he feels about himself or what he says, it's the opposite of that. He's very insecure. Trump is basically a coward. He knows that he's a bitch ass dude that's trying to play tough in front of the world. He knows that he's not really like that. He's scared of Putin. He's scared of China. He know all the dictators. Lil Kim, he's scared of those dudes. Because I'm going to tell you something. I know that Trump is scared of Lil Kim because when he went to go over there with Kim and shit like that, you ain't never hear him say nothing bad about Kim. Nothing. Even when it comes to Putin, he don't say nothing bad about Putin. He'll say something about China because that's easy to do. But the whole time behind the scenes, he got business deals with China. And the one thing about China, regardless of what you think about China, nigga, they don't give a fuck about none of the shit that we care about. Nigga, they about making money. So Trump can talk all that shit about China, whatever, nigga. China's like, all right, whatever, nigga. We got this over here. What? It's transactional with them. They don't give a fuck about what Trump talking about. Nigga, they making moves. They don't need Trump. Listen, first of all, let me explain something to y'all. China is so elite that they don't need Americans. It's over 1 billion of them. Nigga, they don't need America. They don't need a lot of countries. America, in China is making mad paper. They don't give a fuck. Niggas be like, everybody hate on China or whatever. China doing what they do, nigga. China listen, nigga, they over there making money. And listen, let me explain something to y'all very clearly about China. China is enslaving their own people. So they don't need America. That's why America do business with China. Because they know China over that bitch enslaving their people to create shit at a low price. They're not paying no Chinese people like that over there in China. Hey, nigga, China is in a modern day a slave in their own. Like, they don't give a fuck. So they don't need the U.S. to big them up or not. So America, any president, I don't give a fuck who it is, they can sit out there and talk all that gangster shit, Biden, whoever. Nigga, China like, oh, well, nigga, we still doing business. That's why China say, go ahead and put them tariffs on us. We'll throw them tariffs back on you, nigga. We good. America is the only country that's sitting around talking about tariffs. China don't give a fuck about that shit. China is making way more money out. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something nobody want to hear. China is they are conquering shit around the world that the average American, and it's a lot of motherfuckers in America, don't know what they're doing. Nigga, they out making bread. Nigga, they in other countries making bread. They don't need America. And Trump knows that. That's why he probably don't say too much bad about China. That's the real talk about that. Hold on, y'all. Anyway, people, I'm back. Yeah, like motherfuckers be like really talking about China like that, nigga. Like, China don't need America, nigga. A lot of this shit that we get is from China. America been sold, they sold. That came from Democrats and Republicans. That's why you don't see, listen, you notice there ain't nobody Trump ain't really talking about China like that? The Republicans, they really ain't talking about China. Nigga, China don't need us like that. Nigga, they army like that too. They got nukes too. What the fuck? That's why Trump is coddling up to these motherfuckers. And the Republicans ain't saying them. Come on, man. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. Putin is dangerous. And Trump sucking up the Putin and shit is dangerous. But when Trump and his administration, the Republicans, start to sucker up to China, like in the media, like they've been doing with Russia, that's when we should be very, very afraid. And I'm genuine about that. That's when we should be afraid. Because I told y'all, listen, China is on a, listen, even though I'm about what happens in our country first, but I pay attention to foreign policy. And I study it, right? I educate myself in it. Listen, China is like that outside of this country. Motherfuckers in this country think, because we so arrogant and whatever, but China is doing a thing, nigga. They around the world and doing a thing. China is damn it. Listen, China's top 3 in the world. They top 3. Now you can place them wherever you want to place them, but they top 3 of a powerful country. Listen, they don't give a fuck about a lot of this shit that Americans be saying about China. Nigga, they doing what they doing. Nigga, they got interest even in America. The NBA. Nigga, that's China. You think the NBA is that big because of America? Man, get the fuck out of here. It's because of China. That's why you starting to see Saudi Arabia, all them motherfuckers. You see they fucking with the sports and shit like that because they understand. But China been doing that shit. They been on that shit, nigga. That's why China been doing what they been doing. It's about having the most money and the power. And China, listen, you can place them wherever you want to place them in the top 3. But China's definitely in the top 3 of the most powerful country in the world, countries in the world. Nigga, they making money, bro. They they enslave their own. You think they scared of America not fucking with them? Please. Nigga, they making way money. They making way much more money than y'all think. Trying to be creating shit that they done stole from us, and then they put their name on it and act like they created it. China is like, they out there, nigga. They get busy. They will steal your shit very quickly and promote that shit as that's theirs. They've been doing it to the United States for a reason. For a while. That's why China been a threat. Because, nigga, we've been creating shit, but they've been stealing our shit and recreate it and do it better. But that comes from our own country. Fucking it up. Listen, a lot of shit y'all see, we have created this shit already. The difference is China has made it better. That's why people like Trump and the racists that follow him, they want to get back to enslaving our people to work more harder, because China is already not paying their own people to work harder. He would kill him. They would kill him if they're not doing certain shit over there. Like, so Trump is just trying to go over that type of blueprint. That's why he loves Putin. That's why he don't talk that bad about fucking China. There's a reason for that. This shit is about money, bro. There's no way impossible, bro, that if people educated themselves, they don't know what I'm talking about. Like, this shit is happening in real time. People keep acting like Trump is just doing this shit to try to help the American people. He's actually not. Trump trying to make money off of this shit. And the one thing about the American government that was corrupt about it is what you're seeing what Trump is doing. It's easy to be corrupt, right? It's very easy. When you protect the president and say he can't get charged for crimes that he does, that's all. You hear left and the right say this, it messes up democracy. How? You don't allow a criminal in office? And they did that. You had Democrats and Republicans saying this. The only reason that law of Trump even being in office is because of Democrats and Republicans. I'm saying a president, like, yo, he shouldn't even be able to run for president. He got convicted of a crime. Right there should have been like, nah, you can't do that. They won't even change that rule. Because I told you, as much as the Republicans is fucked up and shit like that, the Democrats is just as fucking corrupt as the Republicans are. There is no way that you should allow these motherfuckers, a president, to be a convicted felon to be the president. The fuck out of here. Listen, to what makes a great democracy, right, is to change policy, change and put more things in the Constitution to make it legal. Right? But the Democrats and Republicans don't do that because they benefit off this shit. They change certain rules and shit like that to benefit themselves, to protect themselves. Like, yo, Trump shouldn't be in office, bro. He's a convicted felon. Do y'all know that if you go out and commit a felony, that you can't vote as a citizen? But this motherfucker, as a so-called politician, a so-called president, convicted felons. Committed felons. Felony charges. And he still could be able to vote to be president. So listen, it's like, listen, as a person, right? If you got convicted of a felon, you still, if you wanted to, you can put your hat in the ring to run for president. No, sorry. I don't give a fuck who you is. You should not be able to run for president if you got convicted of a felon. Sorry. I don't give a fuck who you are. If I got convicted of a felony charge or some shit like that, nigga, I don't think I should be able to vote. I mean, I'm sorry, not be able to vote. I should not be able to run for president or any office. I'm sorry. People get mad at me all they want, nigga. I don't think motherfuckers should be able to do that, because we seen how evil people that have got convicted of that shit use the system to get elected to power, to dodge crime. Because that's actually what Trump did. Nobody want to acknowledge that. Trump did not want to be president, bro. He only ran for president and wanted to be president because he didn't want to go to jail in his late ages. Something wrong with Trump, and nobody want to talk about that shit. Trump ain't the same, bro. Look at all the goofy, crazy shit he's saying. Let's leave it as that, man. Leave your comments, hit the like button, support your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world.